Heidi, that's right. You heard she warn about intellectual blockages, highlighting fears of this tech decoupling. But you did see significant presence from large U.S. tech companies like Microsoft and Qualcomm, which was showing off its collaborations with Chinese partners when it comes to 5G, smart cities. You even saw companies that are blocked in China have a presence there. In fact, I was just at the Facebook and Instagram booth yesterday where they were showing off some of their latest artificial intelligence technologies. Now, I do also want to point out that Samsung had a very large presence there. This is a company that has significantly lost market share to domestic players when it comes to its smartphone market. But they are still investing heavily in China in terms of potentially being in the second phase of their chip-making plant in Xi'an, China. That's according to Xinhua News. So you have a lot of tech companies there despite growing fears of decoupling, and no shortage of U.S. tech companies there as well.
Selina, you spoke with the Impossible Foods CEO, Pat Brown. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We want to enter China as soon as we possibly can. We're talking to potential partners, we're talking to government officials, and we're being very deliberate about it. We want to build an industry, a plant-based meat industry in China that gets its ingredients from Chinese farmers.
Selina, when are we seeing fake meat in China?
Well, I had the opportunity to speak to the CEO of Impossible Foods yesterday, Pat Brown, as you heard there, and actually try some of the fake meat. They were making their first debut to Chinese consumers at this event, and they are working on imminently making a commercial debut. Now, this company has caught the U.S. by storm. They're across thousands of restaurants already. They are in also international markets in Asia, but not China yet. In the U.S., they have partnerships with Burger King and food processing group OSI. Pat Brown says that they're already in talks with partners and regulators in China. This is a top priority for this company, and if they can crack the China market, that is going to be a game changer for this company. And he also gave me new details for the first time on their efforts to create imitation pork. This is a big deal in China because pork is the most popular meat in China, and it's not yet been created in terms of a good substitute for it. It's also dealing with China, this hog shortage because of the African swine flu. I asked Pat Brown about these macro factors, and he says that he hopes Impossible Foods can somewhat help to partially fill the void that's been caused by this epidemic, as well as some of the food security issues that China's government has prioritized.